It's a regular phenomenon. You go into the hills and you find the men of God busy praying, or at least they claim. The sad thing is, there is no effort at biblical counseling when people come with their problems. No effort. If a person says, I've been in and out of jobs, there's nothing like, okay, let's talk about your work ethics. Are you hardworking or lazy? When a couple come forward and say they've got serious marital problems, there's nothing like, okay, man, do you love your wife as Christ loved the church? Are you working in that direction? Madam, would you say that about your husband? And madam, do you submit to your husband's leadership in the home as the church submits to Christ? And so, does she do that to you? There's nothing like that. We're having marital problems? Come forward, I'll pray for you. In fact, often when I'm driving and long distances, I try to listen to the radio, and every so often you come across one of these pastors, and he's got a radio broadcast where someone else is reading letters to him and he's responding. You can guess what the answer is going to be almost invariably. And it's something like this. We've got marriage problems, blah, 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 blah. So, man of God, what can you say to that? Madam, come for our overnight prayer meeting. This Friday we'll be having it, and we'll pray for you. You need to be delivered. Next. I'm having problems with conceiving. It's been years and so on. Man of God, what's your answer? Come for the overnight prayer meeting. You need a breakthrough in that area of your marriage. Come, Friday. We'll be having it at such a place. That's the panacea for all the ills. There will be deliverance. Come. There are no moral questions asked. Rather, it's precisely what the witch doctor in the village does. Two things show the similarities. First of all, it is the claim towards spiritual discernment after a lengthy time of prayer, in which the man of God, seems to have secret dealings with God. God is somehow communicating to him what you have absolutely no knowledge of. And then, having, as it were, heard from God, he then tells you what the problem is. That's exactly what the witch doctor does. You tell him what your problem is, he goes into a little corner somewhere, goes into some form of trance, moves a few pebbles around, and then announces to you that your problem is that your neighbor has managed to get through to your dead uncle, and your dead uncle is the one who's now obstructing this pregnancy from taking place. Exactly the same. But the second, especially with respect to healing, is that like the village witch doctor, the African charismatic preacher sees a conventional medical doctor as a competitor. That's very much like what you might have here. To go to a hospital after being prayed for is a betrayal of trust and a lack of faith. You are undoing what the man of God has done. It's exactly what the witch doctor does as well. I've done this for you. Don't go for the white man's medicine. Otherwise, what I have done for you will lose its potency. The result of this is that many people have died of illnesses that can be cured by conventional medicines. Often they go to hospitals when it is too late. I've got doctors in my own church, and every so often, this is the frustration they express. Once upon a time, they came too late, and when they took off their garments, they found the etchings all over their bodies. And they knew why these people came late. It's because they had been to the witch doctor and he had told them they were cured. Now, especially with city folks, those markings are not on their bodies. But upon being asked, it soon becomes evident, especially when they ask the relatives, the reason why this person took so long is because he had been up the mountain with a bishop, a prophet, an apostle, so and so. And sadly, often it's too late and the people die.